guys will be able to take pushes well no matter what?
Yeah, I mean, I think those are just situations we have to learn from, right? Like Talladega, for example, I could accept pushes really well from Chevrolets, which is kind of surprising with the shape of the nose. And then when I tried to lead the top lane and accept pushes from the 4, I was like out of control. So it's kind of opposite of what you would think with how flat that nose was versus ours. So I think with new cars from other manufacturers, just have to get pushed to learn to know how our car is going to react. So just things we're going to have to learn through the duels and maybe through practice and then through the 500.
Okay, obviously the pole is a big thing here, and you've got several of them, but I was talking with Larson and a couple others earlier. Do you guys have like any internal, bets or fun stuff going on that we don't know about?
No.
On who to get the next one?
No. Does he? Is there something on his end that I don't know about?
Well, Larson told me that when he got the pole, you laughed at him because he had to go to media, and then
Like
last year he laughed at
me.
you.
Yeah, that year he had no clue. So, yeah, it's obviously it's really important for Mr. Hendrick and everybody at Hendrick Motorsports. It's bragging rights, right? Like they can show who built the fastest car coming down here. So, yeah, looking forward to hopefully having a shot at it. Obviously, no clue what to expect, but yeah, I think that year that we talked about it before, I'm like, man, the media, it's a lot the next day, and he's like, oh, it can't be that bad, and at the end of the day, he's like, man, that's a ton. So, yeah, second gets. You still get the front row. You get a little trophy, same deal, and no obligations the next day. So, but obviously want the pole for Mr. H and everybody at Chevrolet.
You talk about how important that is as far as the process, switching over from qualifying to the race. With standardized parts, the next gen, do you have to give up something for the race in order to maximize qualifying, or is it a case where practice afterwards kind of lets you make the changes you need to make?
Yeah, I don't think you give up anything for the 500, but you do give up things for the duel, for sure. So, I think, last year kind of thought my car was going to drive okay, and I made it to like turn 4 on the first lap before I realized my car was not going to drive okay. So you definitely give things up for the duel, but you can get that all back out of it for the 500. So hopefully we're on the front row tonight, but if not, we'll go from there.
It's been quite a while, Alex, since a Hendrick car has gone victory lane in the Daytona 500. How much have you heard about that, if at all, within the organization?
It's been 10 years, right? So definitely want to change that. Want to be the guy that changes that, but want to put Hendrick Motorsports in the best position with all 4 of our cars to get there. So yeah, Daytona 500 is a huge deal, and we want to go get a trophy.
With this being Hendrick's 40th anniversary, obviously every season you want to win, do as best you can, but how especially important would it be, given the circumstances, to, show out and do great this year?
Yeah, I think after last year, just selfishly want to go run well for me. The 40th anniversary stuff is awesome to be a small part of it, and I know it means a lot to Mr. H and Jeff and everybody there, but for me, I just want to go win races and run well for me.
Joey Logano just said that what's good about the sport, there's an end point and a start point. So if things didn't go well, you get to stop and try to regroup and come back. Is that the benefit of like, okay, I can sweep away last year and hope springs eternal this year?
Yeah, for sure. I think, we had a lot go on last year throughout the year. So kind of being able to reset from that, I think, is good for us. And yeah, I think our team's in a great spot, a couple changes, and I'm in a really good spot headed into this year. So looking forward to getting to work. These first 2 races are a bit interesting. A lot can happen that's outside of your control, but we're going to go control the things we can and try to make the most of those things and move on.
Took my next question. How do you...
Larson was in here earlier and talked about kind of the rhythm of racing. We know he goes down to East Bay, runs the sprint car, and up until last year when you got hurt, you've spent a lot of time building your own dirt team and took the cars out yourself when you could. Did the accident change your perspective? Are we going to see you at least for a while be away from racing the cars and focus on being a team owner in that aspect?
Yeah, for me, it just came down to, sprint car racing was kind of a hobby for me and something that I really enjoy. I love wing sprint car racing, non-wing sprint car racing, midget racing, all of it is great. Obviously had great support from Ally on that, and my hobby started getting in the way of my job, which was not optimal there. So, for me, like I can't just sprint car race. Financially, it doesn't make any sense to do something that is getting in the way of your job. So just trying to be smart about it, and obviously want to be a part of sprint car racing for a long time. Just not driving them right now.
Is that special for you, though, to be able to give opportunities to kind of gritty guys like yourself, whether it's Leary, Swanson, some of the guys that you've had run for you in the past?
Yeah, it's been super fun. Those guys are really good friends, and we've been friends for a long time. So it's been fun to see them have success. Obviously, Chili Bowl went really well for Jake, which was really cool to see. I grew up racing with them. We've known each other since we were kids. So it's fun to give those guys a shot. Sometimes wish I could do more, but it's been really cool.
Alex, you mentioned a couple minutes ago how you start the season off typically pretty well. I guess why do you feel like that is? Because last year it's Coda. You lead the points after 6 races.
Yeah, for sure. I think last year, probably if I don't go break my back, it doesn't look as separated as it looks. But I feel like Hendrick Motorsports typically starts the season really strong as a company. I think the off season is always good for me. The season is really long. It's tough. So just trying to figure out how to maintain that throughout the course of the whole season is definitely something that is important to me this year.
With your injury last year, it's obviously it's something that's not an easy recovery. Do you physically feel fresher or better than you did, say, towards the end of the year last year?
Yeah, I think so. With how my injury worked, it's still something that I'm gonna feel forever. But I think the reset was good. I think being able to kind of catch back up on things is good. Get back in the gym and kind of like physically catch up to where I was at pre-injury was super important. So I feel really good. Worked super hard this off season and overcame some things throughout the off season even, and I feel like I'm in a really good spot.
This is Harrison Burton, driver the number 21. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check out one of these 2 videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.